These new fandango Gen Zers are gonna ruin the world like millennials did with the avocado toast.
And now they come out with these dang fango new animes that we have to keep in touch with. I'm sick of them. And then when I ask which one is better, they say all anime is valid. Enough of that bullshit. One must reign on top.
I can't keep doing this accent. They're gonna make a racist joke eventually. I'm Minty.
I'm Annie.
And it's FunUntitled where we said every podcast went F you. So if you listen to our Chainsaw episode, we kind of, towards the end, kind of started comparing to Jujutsu Kaisen. So we're gonna finally flesh that out, in which I, the one who only saw season 1 of Chainsaw Man, is gonna defend Chainsaw Man to not share any Jujutsu Kaisen spoilers.
And I, who really like Chainsaw Man, I know a lot from the manga because of through osmosis, will defend Jujutsu Kaisen season 1 and 2 so that I do not spoil anything from Jujutsu Kaisen.
There was no season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Why is there 2 openings then?
I don't know. Why does Chainsaw Man have 12 endings?
Because it's that good, honey. But see, there's so many things similar. They both have a trio. They both like curses / devils. Minty kept saying demons, like singing all around the house. All I know is demons. And they grew up my whole life with demons. I have a demon in my head telling me to kill people, but I said no. No, I just want to say demon.
You know, when you watch Inuyasha an episode a night for like 5 years, and not even having final act out, it was literally the first half. Demons is the only thing you're gonna associate villains with if it's not like humans.
What was the monsters called in Kikaida? That's something else we used to watch every night.
Kikaida?
Yeah, that's the man who played on the guitar.
I was like, do you mean the trumpet summoning?
That's his brother. The first Kikaida went to college, so the second Kikaida came with his trumpet.
We used to watch that a lot.
Put some respect in that mouth.
So anyways, we call these two the start of like the Gen Z movement of animes because unlike most animes where the main character has like a goal and a higher calling to do, we feel like Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man is more about a protagonist who's just trying to live their life and somehow got wrapped up into something more serious. So they're not really like trying to do the best or be the best. They just want to like survive it.
See, in the hero's journey, if we look at the circle by Dan Harmon, the creator, obviously, we can see that the call for action, where most heroes have a righteous one, like revenge or has to save the loved one. These two, Denji and Yuji, are shitheads who are just like, I'm just going with the flow.
Yeah, so let's get into the plot of each one within the first season of each one.
So remember, my job is to prove that Jujutsu Kaisen's plot is better than Chainsaw Man, based entirely off the anime.
To be fair, I would say overall, they're kind of the same series.
No.
One's just hornier.
I will fight. See, Jujutsu Kaisen is a boy named Yuji Itadori?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like...
I was surprised you got that.
I had no idea how I got that. He's living his life, he's part of the paranormal club, and then bam, he eats a demon finger, and now he has to share his brain space with a demon named Sukuna. And Tumblr's sexy man, Gojo, I actually don't know his last name.
That's right, sexy man is Reagan, that's why.
Gojo's like, you don't want to die, you're gonna keep killing curses. And Yuji remembers his grandpa that we saw for about 2 minutes on screen and was like, you know what? My entire life mission is to make sure everyone has a righteous death. And I'm like, if you want everyone to have a righteous death, become a lawyer, piece of shit.
Which is weird because he didn't die of like being murdered on the street corner. He literally just like a hospital.
And the whole series followed Yuji Itadori just kind of mucking around with the demon in his head. Curse, sorry.
See? Should we just...
No.
Just demon. No, just demon.
I honest to God don't know if the plot gets deeper than that in the anime. I know in the manga that they go through some shit.
Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, no. So, Chainsaw Man, I mean, imagine the same thing that happened in Jujutsu Kaisen. Denji, no last name, has a dog named Pochi?
Pochita.
Pochita. I always want to say Pucci.
It's because it rhymes with Kuchi and it's the JoJo villain of Stone Ocean.
No, there's another dog named Pucci, I swear. Is that some real character?
I think his name is like, you combine like Pinocchio with Pochi. Pochito.
Pochi, right? Okay.
Pochita.
Anyway.
He's Spanish.
Pochi. Oh, what is it Spanish for?
Vegeta.
It's just chainsaw. That's how you say chainsaw in chat.
I wonder if that's true.
That'd be funny.
That'd be super hella meta. Because Power is another character who's named after Angel hierarchy, and like there's several other characters named off of Angel hierarchy, like Sephirim.
Cherubian. movie.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Virtue. I know like 4 of the 9. Anyways, can I go on?
You're the one who's smiling.
Denji combines with Pochi
Ta.
and becomes a chainsaw devil. And then the human department was like, hey, if you don't want to die, you better join us. And he was like, okay, can we make out? And like, only if you kill the gun devil, created by the fear of all of Japan and fear of guns because they have incredibly strict gun laws, which is kind of a concept lost on us Americans right now. So he's like, okay, I want to make out with you, so I'm gonna go fight the gun devil.
I think the Jujutsu Kaisen plot is better in the sense where I feel like it could go somewhere. Meanwhile, in Chainsaw Man, right now, from what we've seen, is aimless, which is funny because you have to aim with a gun.
I actually do agree a lot with that. I think Jujutsu Kaisen does have a lot of interesting points. Like, I think that's the secret to Jujutsu Kaisen, is that it has a lot of interesting moments, but a lot of it doesn't go anywhere. Like, with season 1, I have no idea what Maki wants to do besides kill all humans. How does season 1 end for Jujutsu Kaisen? Was it the Kyoto arc?
Yeah, I think they just ended with that baseball game.
Okay, sorry, it's hard for me to remember where season 1 ended for Jujutsu Kaisen.
No, you know what? I think the Nanami versus Mahito was like the last thing. Or was it Jellyfish Boy?
No, Jellyfish Boy was like in the middle.
Okay.
I think it ended with Kyoto.
Yes, because I remember the opening for the second one. It had that man on the guitar. So
Yeah,
it had to be the Kyoto arc.
Because Hanami was like the very last villain. I remember them fighting, which is a good fight.
That was a good
actually.
fight.
But I feel like Chainsaw Man, with it ending, you can kind of see that now we have a group of really cool people. Like Jujutsu Kaisen, you meet Kyoto and they're really cool people, but they're not gonna come back. They're side characters. But we've established that this is the new crew. You know, Angel, the violent
Fiend.
Spider. Where are they, fiends?
Yeah, only Angel's a devil. Everyone else... Oh no, Angel and Spiders are devils because devils who look like humans are friendlier. Everyone else is fiends.
I like the spider one. She's
hot.
freaky and hot. Yeah, it's like, I don't got a feet fetish, but damn, there's 8 of them.
Oh, you have a spider OC that you find very endearing, so no surprise to me you like spiders.
I do like spider-themed characters and like the spider web aesthetic. I don't know why.
Spider-Man. That goes into our next point because I don't know, obviously we're going to go category by category, but we can't ourselves say who wins. But like next category, the most important thing after a plot sometimes saves a bad plot is characters. Who has the better characters? And it really sucks because I was going to bring up how a lot of the Kyoto people were really cool, but then you just kind of shot me down like you never see them again.
I mean, even if you don't know past season 1, they're not gonna come up. It's just not gonna happen.
But I think Maki and Panda and Inumaki, fuck, I hate it. I hate the fact that there's a Maki and Inumaki are like interesting characters.
I thought Maki was, but I don't think they really showcased Panda and Inumaki until you like see the movie, which we're not grading on.
Okay, that's unfair for me.
We said just the season 1. Made that very clear from the beginning because I don't have a movie to base my like shitlings off of. I mean, you have no chance of defending Denji and Yuta.
Yeah, no.
Or Yuji, I'm sorry.
Yuji, oh my god, Yuji Itadori, you piece of shit. Jujutsu Kaisen fans, sound off. Why do you like Yuji Itadori? Because a lot of times, let's just say, the protagonist with a really bland personality, Sword Art Online, Danganronpa, a lot of people kind of take that character and self-project. But I'm like, there's no way you can self-project on Itadori. I don't even like him. I don't even want to be first name basis with him.
He's very bland, just, okay, I just want to do the right thing. I mean, I don't know, there's like nothing appealing about Yuji. At least Denji, even though he's got like a lot of flaws, he's kind of funny, and even though he's crude and horny, it's kind of like, you can kind of vibe with just wanting to have the luxuries that like an average person has.
Do you think the dub should have given Itadori a like kind of a meme like lingo and then people will find him funnier, or that's not Yuji's character?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think that's his character because he's such this quote unquote morally high guy that's like, and like he's like responsible enough to not to just like go take care of his grandpa, kind of, right? So he's not gonna like meme around while Denji is like, I live in trash, I am trash, I like trash.
Nuts! Oh, I gotta stop saying that. I like clip where someone's like, you can't beat this performance, and that is Denji being like, you put the dick in predictable. Like, oh, well, I don't know if that works, Denji, but hey, fuck Itadori. I will fight for Megumi versus Aki.
Ooh.
Because Megumi, he lost a puppy, but came back stronger. I hate the fact that no one seems to like the werewolf form of the wolf.
I do like the werewolf.
Because I never see fan art of him with just the one. It's always the two.
Because it's good that way.
Meanwhile, weak-ass Aki put something bad in his fox's mouth and she went running away. Coward.
I feel like Megumi, they put a lot on him, right? right? Like he's related to the Zenin family. He's trained by Gojo sensei. But I feel like nothing really comes out of it. But I feel like Aki, they also put a lot on him. And I don't think it's really gonna pan out. But I feel like it makes a little bit more sense. Like Megumi, I'm expecting a big payoff by being related to two powerful players. But Aki is just has a strong resolve to defeat the Gun Devil. So I don't necessarily need the big payoff. So I feel like I'm getting what they're giving.
I will give you this, but I think Megumi could be the main character of Jujutsu Kaisen if something ever happened to Itadori, making him the better Sasuke clone because he can carry his own arc by himself. I don't think Aki could carry an arc by himself.
Ooh, that's an interesting argument.
Because I know there's a fun fact where, like, the creator wanted to kill off Yuji to make a new main character, but because Jujutsu Kaisen was booming in popularity, he was afraid that a drastic change in main characters would make people lose interest.
Unless he changed it to Utah, then everything would have been fine.
He was just like, I gotta see how the movie does. But yeah, that's just my argument for the Sasuke clone. I don't know how. I think we might have to switch a little for Nobara and Power. I know Nobara's your girl.
I think even if I gave you power, there's really no defending her. She had one cool scene that didn't really amount to anything. She's not funny. She's not strong. She doesn't have the coolest abilities. Her abilities are almost actually confusing to me because I'm like, okay, if you're a blood being and you control blood and you need blood to survive, but like when you kill another devil, shouldn't their blood, you know, like if you drink it, shouldn't that like replenish you and like make you more powerful? But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like she kills a devil and then like she moves on to the next one. I'm like, shouldn't you like finish the job?
Any bullshit that Power ran away during the first Katana Man fight. Like, are you serious? We couldn't at least have her like try and then get smacked away and like have her run away with her tail between her legs? It's just, nope, not even gonna. Bye.
I mean, she didn't even do anything for the Infinity Devil. But Nobara's a lesbian, so.
Nobody's a lesbian, so we gotta give her some. And she at least has a nice relationship with Maki.
Oh, and the rose scene when she.
Bullshit, the rose scene. I can't believe the roses isn't her motif. She just took that from the enemy.
And it's hers now.
She's like, yeah, I'm kind of associated with roses now. Because you know how cool it would be if she had a rose motif and she had, nails, to be her thorns?
Look, if she used her powers more, that would be great to see.
She should reclaim... She doesn't use her powers that much? What is her powers? She hits a voodoo doll and it'll affect the enemy?
Yeah, basically.
Oh shit, that seems like a cool power.
It is a very cool power. The fuck?
Compared to Power, who's just like, I can make weapons.
Anyways, and then I guess the last character of the group, the quote-unquote sensei. I don't know, is my sensei Kishibe or Makima?
I think he could fight for both. I think you can combine them into one. Kishibe x Makima makes Kishima. And I have Gojo.
Gojo sucks. He's so over fucking rated. Just because he has nice blue eyes. His powers makes no sense. You have to create an entire infographic to explain it, and in the end, nobody still understands what the fuck it is, and it's named after colors. Jujutsu Kaisen has the most annoying, most disruptive powers in the world because it makes no sense, but supposedly it can do anything. And there's a difference between curse powers and reverse curse powers, and I'm like, what the fuck is the difference? Chainsaw Man is easy.
Gojo's powers with the room and whatever the fuck he does looks 10 times cooler than Makima just kind of killing people from a distance.
What does the room do?
The room lets
Which is
you...
not called the room.
I tried to explain to someone, a normal person, what the room is, the movie, and no one got what I was saying. It's like, why do you watch it? It's like, it's bad. Oh, like morally bad? Like, no, it's not morally bad.
It's just so bad it's good, quote unquote.
But he has the room where like he makes his enemies feel like they're in a sense deprivation tank. And it made that volcano man like trip out like crazy.
Okay, so what you're talking about is domain.
Domain, got it.
That each curse user and curses can use. What's interesting about the domain is that like they have these new powers in a sense, but also makes it that anybody can hit anybody. It's 100% accurate. And everyone has a different aesthetic and everyone has different rules. So you think this shit would be interesting, right? You think when 3 powerful people come together and say we're gonna all do a domain expansion, because when that happens, the stronger domain survives. What happens in that scene? Sorry, this is past season 1, but they all cancel each other out and it's like, bullshit!
It goes into our next category, powers, actually.
Did I win that? Did I just want to destroy Gojo. He's so fucking annoying. He was annoying before the anime, he's annoying after the anime, he's annoying when he's there, and he's annoying when he's not there.
No, sorry, I think we equaled out because my Megumi and Nobara kind of beat yours. Because I won those 2 categories.
You may have won the Megumi, maybe.
So, the powers in Jujutsu Kaisen is a lot more interesting to explain and a lot prettier than Chainsaw Man's.
I explained why it's all bad already. Rewind the tape if you need a refresher. It's too confusing.
That one man makes animals and the other lady makes weapons.
Who and who?
Megumi makes animals and Maki's sister can make bullets.
Oh, fucking bullshit.
What? Your power is just my head turns into a power tool.
Yeah.
It's very simple, and because of that, Chainsaw Man really has to rely on like the gore of it all to be interesting, and it's kind of gated because most of them are devil/fiends, so they just need blood, and then like instantly the spine that was cracked is healed. That's why Jujutsu Kaisen has cooler powers.
Again, they're too hard to explain.
I also love that flashy event that the anime does. 'Cause I can't judge in the manga. I don't know how the powers look like in the manga.
Sure.
When Nanami, oh God, someone needs me to explain Nanami's powers. I'll be like, it's cool, trust me.
It's weird. It sounds boring, but the 3/7 power is kind of cool. I don't know what it is about it.
Maybe that's an argument against me that the simpler powers are the cooler ones.
No. Yuji's powers are very boring. Actually, I don't think they explained it in season 1.
He punched hard.
He punched really hard. And twice.
Yeah. What's that blue hair girl's power in the Kyoto arc?
Oh, the sword girl?
Yeah.
I don't know. She's got a sword weapon. Part of her family.
Didn't Maki take that?
Yeah. Not very cool, Maki, but...
Oh, who's my boy? Who's my boy with the boogie woogie?
The arrow dude?
No, sir. He claps and you switch places.
Oh, I forget his name.
I forget I think his name might be Toto. He's my boy. His English voice actor is the same with Inumaki. I guess because Inumaki doesn't talk.
He says like salmon roll.
Got that movie credit, you know what I mean? From what I heard though, didn't get paid much.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, he's my boy. He has a cool power.
I think that was the best use of a simple power used in an interesting way against a powerful enemy. Like I said, then the Hanami fight was very good. You'll never see him again. Actually, I think you see him like once. But anyway, I guess if we talk about pro tags, we gotta talk about villains. What's your villain's name?
Mahito and Geto.
Yeah.
I hate the fact that's Gojo. Okay, that's his ex-boyfriend Geto. Why do the name starts with G's and ends with O's? It gets me confused. But you see, in Japan, no one thinks that. Shut the fuck up. I'm like, okay.
In Japan, they're very different.
I always get Gojo and Geto confused when I'm reading it in a text post. Like, who? I have a friend who's obsessed with Mahito. You don't have no one who's obsessed with the Gun Devil.
Yeah, but I thought the Snake Lady and Katana Man was pretty cool.
Snake Lady, her name's Akane, I learned.
That's a basic ass name. But I guess for someone who kills themselves, you don't really need a good name.
You know, that's another interesting thing. I went straight for the big villains. We should also consider the little villains. Like, I gotta compare Volcano Man and Flower Girl to the Eternity Devil and...
Hold on, I gotta go back into the mindset that I am defending Chainsaw Man.
Again, I feel like if we switch roles, I would have just spilled like a ton of spoilers for Chainsaw Man to Minty, and Minty would have just went on and on about how they hate the manga. But Jujutsu Kaisen.
I think overall it's kind of whatever the villains. Again, these Gen Z series really only care about the protagonist. They're just making the villains really strong and powerful to be like, oh, when the hero overcomes them, it'll be so granular. But there's no like oil, there's no like messaging or theme.
You know, fucking switching again. You defend Jujutsu Kaisen. Chainsaw Man, I think the designs for the devils are a lot more interesting than the curses. And I think...
the booby?
Oh, the booby leech. And I think that like the Eternity Devil fight is so like creative in a sense.
No, fucking don't. No, the Eternity Devil was a horrible arc. That took way too long to just end up not liking any characters, and then you didn't even give a shit when they died afterwards.
Look, we're ignoring the fact that I dropped Chainsaw Man the manga during the Eternity Devil arc, and I will say the Eternity Devil arc, the way that Denji came to the conclusion how to defeat the Eternity Devil, you have to admit is the antithesis of how Denji thinks. Of just keep fighting, I'm gonna drink disgusting blood, and I'm gonna make you so in pain you just give up and just kill yourself.
The war of attrition only works in real life. As a plot device for a series, that's boring as shit to watch.
It's fine when it's like a minor villain. Like there's no way, like, let's say if Naruto vs Orochimaru, we would have let the battle of attrition slide.
Jujutsu Kaisen had a tournament arc. Who doesn't like a tournament arc?
The tournament arc, I can literally only tell you what Maki did to the blue hair girl. I had no idea what anyone else did.
It had the Hanami fight.
But yes, but that's not part of the tournament.
It is.
I guess.
When Gara attacks the tuning exam, that's considered part of the tuning exam.
Like, what was Nobara's, like, conclusion with her character power-up when she fought the broom girl? Like, she needed more hammers?
I don't remember at all.
Okay.
But I do remember that Maki fight. That was good. That was a phenomenal, visually stunning fight. Why did we change roles?
We changed roles because you couldn't defend the Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man sucks.
And I'm
that's
gonna
why.
tell you right now, Jujutsu Kaisen, like him fighting any enemy, you don't learn anything about the main character Yuji. You don't learn anything about anyone. You just talk about the damn Geto and Mahito being like, what's Mahito and Geto's whole thing? Because Mahito hates humans because he's a curse. That makes sense. Geto's like, anyone who doesn't have curse powers are monkeys. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, my guy?
Well, that was him in the movie. Him in the series is after the movie, his brain gets swapped out with a curse, and the curse basically has the same goal as Mahito.
Wait a second. His brain gets switched out?
That's why there's that scar across his forehead.
But then why do we still ship him with Gojo? That's not the same man anymore then.
Oh, well, we don't ship that version of Geto.
Oh, so you're telling me some motherfucker? Did we know this in the anime? Was I not paying attention?
Okay, this fact was told to me by my cousin. So I don't know when they reveal this, but that is the thing.
My voice like cracked at how upset I was learning this.
I think you know it in season 1 because you kind of know it with the cursed paintings. Like, they're related.
The cursed paintings makes me sad.
Why?
I always just get sad when a story has to be like, we use the R word, and I'm like, oh.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So I go on, I just need a moment just to be sad. So the cursed painting so there's a cursed painting inside Geto right now?
No. The cursed paintings are the children. The curse that's inside Geto is the dad.
Oh my god. That's kind of cool. But at the same time, it makes Geto like a completely uninteresting villain then, because he's just like cursed in a Smux human meat suit.
I know.
Mahito, like, why is he so strong?
I think like Geto made him with some bullshit.
Oh my god, we gotta stop shipping Mahito and Geto.
They're not like father and son.
I see those ships though. I've seen them.
Oh, bro. It's fine. They're not related.
Okay, fine. What conclusion did we come from the villain? We switched sides at one point.
I don't know. Somebody out there's keeping track. Somebody who's never seen either series is keeping track.
Well, we're trying to get you, the viewer/listener, to decide which is better. And so
I think the last thing we'll talk about is like the relationship between the characters. Back on the Chainsaw Man, because I can't defend Jujutsu Kaisen on this. I feel like Chainsaw Man, you got to see the three more together and in different environments, right? You got to see the three of them fight together. You got to see them live together. I mean, they're annoying, but come on. Sometimes the people you love the most are the most annoying. And that's all I'll say.
So there was that scene in the anime where Yuji came back and was like, I'm alive now. And you guys are gonna like be like, oh, I missed you so much. And he popped out saying, hey. And I don't think Megumi and Nobu are better than I think they would be occupied with something else.
Yeah, they didn't give a shit.
And he was like, but you were sad. I know you guys were sad before this. You know that really funny scene where Maki went, what, who died? And then Maki's like, Salmon Roll, why didn't you tell me that his friend died? So I think those three, are they close? Maybe not. Are they amusing to watch when they are together? I think so.
They are barely ever together. That's the one thing I can't stand about Jujutsu Kaisen is that because okay, Naruto sets it up that when you have a trio, they're together forever. Like from the beginning of Naruto to the end of Boruto, it's always gonna be them three. In Jujutsu Kaisen, you barely see them together. It's ridiculous how much they are just like, you don't even need Nobara or Megumi in this fucking series.
Okay, but I'm gonna raise you one more corn chip. Just this one tiny corn chip. I think Inumaki, Maki, and Panda, and Yuta's role, or let's leave Luta out. I think those three has a cute relationship the second years. And maybe we're supposed to watch the first year get as close to the second year.
But you barely see them together in the first season.
I also will say something. That's something that you will never have. When you have three gay people in a room, we are all suddenly homophobic. We cannot stand the other person. We are about to commit a hate crime. That is the epitome of what three gay people in a room are like. Like, you're the only person allowed to hate the gays is a fellow gay.
There's a word for that.
Internalized homophobia. So that's why they hate each other and they don't look at each other. It's the true gay experience.
Alright, closing remarks of defending whatever fucking side we were on in the beginning.
Jujutsu Kaisen does it have a lot of things in common with the fact that there's a main character feud with an enemy of the state and they have to just fight other enemies while the entire organization hates them? Yes. But there's more episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen than Chainsaw Man.
You talk about manga chapters?
No, I mean like there's 24 episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Are there?
Yeah, pretty sure.
What?
Yeah, and there's only 12 episodes of Chainsaw Man. So automatically, my series is much more fleshed out because there's more content for me to consume. And like, I'm watching AMV fights of Nanami versus Mahito. I ain't watching no AMV fight of like Aki versus Ghost.
I don't know, when they took turns hitting that nuts, that was a bonding moment. Chainsaw Man, all he wants to do is fuck. Fuck around, fuck people,
Fuck that guy.
fuck around and find out what happens when it does. But we can relate to that. We find ourselves wanting to do that as well, but being too scared to do so because we have so much to lose, while Denji has nothing to lose. Literally, the only thing he has to lose is his life, and let's be real here. It's a little overrated to be caring about your life so much.
Jeez.
And I think Chainsaw Man ends where there's a potential, where there's a want to watch more, while Jujutsu Kaisen ends and we're like, okay, now what?
I will say one thing, this is against my side. Chainsaw Man, they saw a protagonist wasn't working, brought in a femcel to replace him. Meanwhile, the creator of Jujutsu Kaisen did not have the balls to replace his.
Do people not like Denji?
No, they like Denji. It's just, you know, he gets his character arc kind of fulfilled, so like there's nothing more to do with him after like 100 chapters.
To be fair, it got fulfilled like in episode 3.
But so you decide which is better or if they're just exactly the same.
They're exactly the same.